All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday to everyone out there. It is January 30th. We got 8 games on tonight's NBA slate. Like we always do, we're going to jump into each and every game. We'll talk about the game. I'll give you my lean. I'll give you what I'm thinking. But my final plays will be in the pinned comment if you guys want to ride with me or if you want to fade me in our last 6 nights. You know how many losses we have? Same amount of NBA games I've played in my life. 0 losses in the last 6 nights. We're 9-0 with our final plays over our last 9. And I've seen the comments like, Ev, why do you only have 1 or 2 or 3 final plays per night? We're being conservative as of right now, and it is working out. So if it ain't broke, we ain't changing it, guys. But make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment. That is where the final plays are. Everything we talk about is a lean in the video. You guys will get a sense if I feel really strongly about something, but I do just love talking about every single game and give you guys my thought. Every single lean isn't going to be right, but what I'm actually rolling with, what I'm putting my own bread on, we're 9-0 in our last 9, so hope you guys are jumping on the train. Who knows how long that'll last, but while we're here, guys, hit that subscribe button, like the video as well, and then let me know your locks in the comments with a hashtag ride of the day. We have not done this since we've been on the streak. I'm too superstitious to do it, but we're jumping back into it, guys. Use hashtag ride of the day in the comments, and I just might be jumping on board with someone's pick in the comments, and you guys will get a shout out in the next video, win or loss. And we got 8 games, and we're starting it off with the Sixers taking on the Magic here. Sixers 9.5 point favorites here at home. Total sitting at 233.5. The Sixers coming off of a win against Denver a couple nights ago, 126-119. And Orlando coming off 2 straight losses. They did cover one of those games, but coming off of a non-cover game against the Bulls, they lost 128-109. Joel Embiid is questionable in this game. I think that spread indicates that he's probably going to end up playing. Last time these two teams played, Philly blew the doors off them, 133-103. 9.5 does seem like it's a decent amount of points here. I'm gonna slightly lean Philly with the understanding, or I guess expectation, that Joel Embiid plays, but this total sitting at 233, that is actually the play that I would prefer in this game. Again, Orlando struggled to score the rock last time they played. In fact, the last 2 times they played, both this season, Orlando scored 99 points and then 103. Philly obviously can score the ball, but if we go back 2 times that they played, it was a 107-99 win. So I expect this pace to be a little bit lower here, and I'm going to lean towards the under. Whether or not it becomes a final play, make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment. Obviously, with our 9-0 streak as of right now, I am absolutely finding things that I think and feel so strongly about to go into those final plays. No willy-nilly BS in the pinned comments. Moving on, we got Brooklyn taking on the Lakers. Brooklyn 9.5 point favorites. Actually, excuse me, 9 point favorites here. Total sitting at 230.5 right now. Last time they played was mid-November, and the Lakers won 116-103 in their last 10 games. This Lakers team's playing really well against spread. 6-3-1 against the spread, 2-0-1 in their last 3 on the road here. They are playing really well, but no Anthony Davis and no LeBron in this game. Hence why we have that spread. So as much as I do want to trust Brooklyn, I don't think that I'm going to lean Brooklyn in this one. I'm just being transparent. You guys know I don't BS picks just for content. I don't think I like the Lakers side of this either, so I'm going to stick away from this. What I don't mind is the over 230.5. Now you're thinking, how the hell are the Lakers going to score? No LeBron, no Anthony Davis. I'm sure they'll figure it out. So I'm going to lean towards the over in this game. But again, there's a lot of injuries, so a lot of questionable sort of, I guess, even if you're doing research, it's like, well, no matter what you come up with, both sides of things, right? Lakers are missing AD and LeBron, 2 of the most important players in the league, never mind their own team. So this is probably a punt away type of game for me. But if you guys do have any sort of, little findings, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to lean over slightly in this, and I think I'm punting away a spread pick in this game just because of injuries. Moving on, we have Golden State taking on the Rumbling, covering Thunder. Thunder at home, getting 5 points here. Total is 241.5, but I've actually seen it at 243 on a sports book, so this is surely going to go up. So if you are on the underside of things, make sure to wait this one out. I think it's going to go up, and we are going to lean the under in this game. Now, can they go out there and blow this out of the water? Yes, but is that a super high number? Also, yes. No Lou Dort for the Thunder tonight. Really, that's the major injury here. The Thunder coming off of, they've covered 9 of their last 10 games, or 8 of their last 10. I can't read my own writing here, but they're playing really well. Yes, 10-1 against the spread in their last 11 games. We call them the Rumbling Covering Thunder. We have the merch on the store. go check it out for that. But this Warriors team's starting to turn it around as well, and they've beat some pretty good teams and hung with some pretty good teams. 5.5 points is just slightly too much to give the Thunder, though, if you ask me, especially at home. So I am going to lean the Thunder in this one, plus the 5 points. And like I said, I am looking at the under, just because I think that that number is going to get super high. You have two teams that can definitely score the rock, and neither one of their defenses are firing on all cylinders. So I am going to lean towards the under there, plus under 241.5. And I've seen it higher on some sports books, and I'm also leaning the Thunder here, plus the 5 points. All right, guys, before we get into the rest of the slate, I do want to ask you guys if you can find it in your hearts. 1, hit that subscribe button, but 2, if you're already subscribed and you want to show your support in another way and take it a step further, consider becoming a baller today. Those are the members on the channel. $2.99 a month. It is a great way to support the channel. You can also click the super thanks, which is right below this video. It's kind of like a tip if you feel like we've been providing good content or you just want to give back or something like that. Nothing expected, but if you do want to become a baller, check out the join button next to the subscribe button, guys. $2.99 a month. You get a logo next to your name. You get only ballers emojis in the comments, which again, I've said it in multiple videos. I think that's cool. I get it, but everyone can offer you that. What everyone doesn't do is offer you the work that we're putting in for the members, guys. Every single day, weekdays at least, we're producing a spread model for you guys to incorporate in your research, a totals model for you to incorporate in your research, a player points, rebounds, and assists, and we now have value trend plays coming out. So 6 bits of information and research tools that we're providing to you guys on a weekday, daily basis. If you guys do want to check those out, consider becoming a baller today. $2.99 a month. We love models. We love analytical betting. It's working for us as of late. Maybe jump on the train, guys. Try it out. Please consider becoming a baller today. Let's get the train back on the tracks here. We are looking at Minnesota taking on Sacramento, the Covering Kings. We got the rumbling Covering Thunder, and then we got the Covering Kings, two of my, more favorite or favoritist Covering teams this season. But Minnesota here, 1-point dogs on their own floor. Total sitting at 237.5. Last time they played was January. I think it was a couple days ago, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. Minnesota won 117-110 here. In that game, the total was 238.5, and it ended up going under. In their last 10 games, Sacramento is 6-4 against spread on the road, 2-1 in their last 3. But Minnesota's playing really well against spread as well. 7-3 against spread at home. 5-2. 1 point doesn't seem like it's enough to give this Minnesota team, so I'm going to lean Sacramento very slightly because I can't really trust. I guess this is how I'd put this. Sacramento, yes, they're playing well, but I can't trust the product that they're putting out on the court as of late. And Minnesota is red hot when it comes to against the spread. So this is a very slight lean, but what I do like is the under here. These are two over teams. When you just look at them and say, oh my god, they're always going to hit overs, right? We have been cashing unders for both these teams as of late. Minnesota 6-4 to the under in their last 10 games. 5 of their last 6 for Sacramento have gone under here, so we are going to lean that direction. Moving on, we got Washington taking on San Antonio. San Antonio 6-point dogs on their own floor. I've seen a couple sportsbook at 6.5, so we know which way that is moving. Total sitting at 239 here. Last time they played, they have not played this year, excuse me. In their last 10 games, San Antonio maybe has given up, I don't know, 1-9. 1-9 in their last 10 here. Against the spread, 4-6, a little bit better, but at home in their last 5, 2-3. And Washington, in their last 5 games, 5-0 against the spread. Kristaps Porzingis is upgraded to probable as well. But these are some good teams that Washington has beat. New York, I give them credit for that one. Orlando, not a good team, but they beat them during their hot streak. Dallas, they beat the Pelicans with Brandon Ingram back. They beat. So this Washington team is playing pretty well. San Antonio on their side is not playing well, but they've had a very tough strength of schedule here. I'm going to lean Washington, though, minus the 6 points. I don't think that this becomes a final play because that just seems like too many points to give, too many points to give if you're Washington. It's not like they're one of the elite teams or anything like that. And I'm also going to lean towards the under 239. I think that this could be one of, my more, again, I don't even know what I'm saying, more favoritist, one of my favorite picks for the night. As we dig in, I could expect that to totally be a final play sitting there at 239. Just because I don't totally trust the offense of San Antonio. All right, moving on, we got Dallas taking on Detroit here. Dallas, 8.5-point favorites at home. Total 229.5. I think, obviously, this Dallas team has been up and down. If you look at their injury report, that's going to be super crucial. Luka Doncic is questionable. As we know, Christian Wood is out. But if you want to keep an eye on the injury report before making any sort of plays, I suggest you do so. Detroit, though, 8.5 points is a lot to give. So, you know, I think if Luka's out, I'm going to lean Detroit. If Luka's in, I'm probably going to stick away from this game. In terms of a total, we have, again, 229.5. And I would say that's a pretty sharp line for this. Maybe it goes under. I could see this being like a 115 to 110 type game. Very, very slightly under. So I don't think that becomes a final play. I don't really love either pick in this game, and I hope you guys do appreciate when I do tell you that, because I don't want to come on here and puff my chest out and act like every single lean I have I feel strongly about. Hopefully you guys do respect the transparency, but yeah, I don't think I like either side of this all that much. All right, we got the Suns taking on the Raptors here. Suns 2-point favorites at home. I've seen it at 2.5 on a couple sports books, so I think it's going to be moving in that direction. Total is 224.5. I've seen it at 226 on those same sports books, so I think it's moving in that direction as well. These guys played December 30th, and Toronto won 113 to 104. That being said, I don't think we saw the same Phoenix team then that we're seeing now. This Phoenix team's 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games, and that's without Devin Booker. But Toronto, I will give them credit as well. 4-1 in their last 5 games against the spread, but they're 5-14 in their last 19 games against Phoenix. This Phoenix team has their number. 2 points isn't all that much to give. I do think that we're going to lean Phoenix here. Last 5 games, they're 4-1 against the spread at home as well. So I'm going to lean Phoenix here minus the 2 points, and I do like the over 224.5 in this game as well. And then our last game of the night, guys, we have Atlanta traveling to Portland. Portland 2-point favorites. Total 236.5 in this one. These two teams yet to play this year. In their last 10 games, Portland is 4-6 against the spread, 4-5 against the spread at home in their last 9. 9 of those 10 games have been at home. Atlanta 5-5 against the spread, but 3-2 in their last 5 on the road. You know, we call them the Atlanta Pigeons on the road, so I am surprised to see them actually have a positive record against the spread in that sample size. One big thing to note, Trae Young is questionable here. If Trae Young is not going to play, I'm going to lean Portland. 2 points is definitely doable there. And I also do, and I know this is a high number, but I like the over in this game ever so slightly. But yeah, I think if Trae Young is a go, I think I may switch that lean over to the Atlanta side of things, but we're going to have to wait out that decision. Obviously, a late game too. Who knows how long it'll take for them to determine if Trae Young is going to be playing or not. But it kind of really comes down to that injury. But I think either way, I don't hate the over here, guys. And that is going to wrap it up for today's picks. Again, use that hashtag ride of the day in the comments, and I may be jumping on board with one person's picks, and you guys get a shout out, win or loss, in the next video. Having a blast doing these as of late, guys, and hope you guys are enjoying watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.